Hello, this is Arthur again, and today I have this very beautiful 2008 Mercedes CL65 AMG. First of all, I want to thank everyone for subscribing to my channel. We just passed 10,000 subscriber mark, which was a huge deal for me. It was not easy to reach, and I'm hoping from here on it will be accumulating and more people will watch my videos, because I think they're pretty good. Either way, the car is a 2008 CL65 rare model. Of course, whoever knows 65, they know that's it. It's Mercedes top one, V12 6-liter, 604 horsepower, 738 pound-feet of torque. And this car does have higher mileage, 146,000 miles, but it is actually in really nice condition. This owner, he has numerous Mercedeses. He has had a lot of other Mercedeses. He brings to me usually, SL55, E63, CLS55, S55. A lot of the nicer Mercedeses you've seen on my channel, it's actually this same person owns it, and he has been wanting a 65 for a long time. Finally, this one came around that was worth getting into, and he purchased it. Just like most V12 Mercedeses out there, this one is no exception, and it needs motor mounts, of course. And I'm going to go ahead and do it. In this video, I'm going to replace them. I do have another video that I did recently of a CL600 where I did the motor mounts. In that video, I do go in detail of how to replace them. This one, I'm probably not gonna show too much in detail. I'm just gonna show overall what it took, and if there is any differences to the 215 chassis, which was the other car, was 06 CL600, but overall should be the same. This one does feel pretty rough, around 800 RPM, 900 RPM. It does feel really rough, and if you saw in the beginning of the video, you see how much the engine lifts off, so the driver's side motor mount is completely separated, so it definitely would benefit from new mounts. All right.
Hey, 2 minutes. 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 2
So I do have the motor mounts out. What I did is I supported the engine from here with a big block of wood. I disconnected the motor mount bolts on the bottom. There are two 13 millimeters, as well as I dropped down the subframe bolts. There's four of them, E16s. And then I also removed the steering rack to be able to push it out of the way to give me room to remove the motor mounts. The passenger side one will come out actually, but the driver side one won't. The steering rack is in the way and the engine is in the way, as well as the subframe, unless you really want to lower it even more, which I don't think is necessary. I did disconnect this coupling from the steering on top. I did secure the steering wheel with the seat belt to make sure it's not turning around and it doesn't mess up the clock spring. So I also discovered that this car has a coolant leak coming from the turbo coolant line on the passenger side, as well as a little bit on the driver's side, but on the driver's side looks like it's coming from this one lower return line, possibly. I have to take a better look. I don't know if we're gonna address it this time or no, but it is there. So it's definitely something to look into doing in the future. Or if I can get parts this time, then maybe even this time. I also had to disconnect these brackets from here to be able to move the subframe around a little bit. There's some other brackets around too. You can disconnect those too if you need to move it down. However, I think this was enough for me to lower it down and the steering rack to get the motor mounts out. Okay, let's take a look at the motor mounts. This is the passenger side motor mount. You can tell there's some coolant residue on it from the turbo line leaking. This mount is not that bad. It's probably sunk in, but it's not torn off. The way these mounts work is there are two bolts that secure from here up onto the motor mount support bracket, and then there's this little plate here, and it secures with 3 bolts onto the new motor mount, onto the motor mount. This is the driver's side, and this side was definitely in bad shape. I did remove these 3 bolts to give me a little bit more room to get the motor mount out, as this one is kind of bulky. And once I separated them on the car, I was able to fish this out. And now this one, you can tell it's completely separated. Pretty much 2-piece. That's why it's causing a lot of vibration and noise close to idle. So to install this back, I'm going to transfer these brackets onto the new mounts and then start putting back into the car. Both mounts are in, they're tightened. Now I need to put the steering rack back up and then subframe back up. Then I can start putting the rest of the stuff back on. The motor mounts are secured, subframe is secured, everything is back in place. Technically I didn't really need to remove the wheels, but I did need to lift up the car up in the air. Lifting the car up is removing the wheels actually helps you with pulling the subframe down a little bit, because the wheels are heavy and they counterbalance from the shock, and it pulled it up against the body of the car, so it does help to have it off. And also I'm going to install lowering links on this car anyway, so I did kind of need them off. Alright, now I'm gonna lower it, put in oil, and then I can start it. Here's the transmission mount that I removed. This one is typically replaced often on Mercedes cars, because they do wear out often and it's easy to change and it's cheap, so people really change them often. This one is it has sunk in, it does have some cracks from the bottom. It's not too bad, but it's definitely time to replace it. You can see this gap here, it's pretty big right here. And I did open the PCV, it did break when I was opening, but even when I was opening, I did notice that it has some cracks. This part ripped off when I was opening it, but definitely there was some cracks already there, and you can tell how brown it is. This thing is old. Now I'm going to start it and check the height. Looks right, the front could go down a little bit more. Okay, the ride height came out, I think, really good. It sits low but not too low. It is gonna get alignment soon, and also it's gonna get wheels refinished in same finish, just fresh, so it looks good. And that's about it. Alright, so the motor mounts are done, transmission mount is done, the PCV is done, oil change is done. I also lowered the car. Also the cup holder wasn't working. I fixed that. There was a stuck 10 cents in there coin. So that's about it. Please comment, like, and subscribe. There's more videos to come. Oh yeah, the engine feels really smooth now. More months really made a huge difference. Thank you.